Welcome to the Lighthome Sustainable Design podcast series. We talk with the architects and builders about green design and homes that really suit the way we love to live.
I would like to welcome Lisa Ferguson to Design Every Day today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Okay. Lisa created Decor Mentor, which is an online educational community that connects designers and consumers to really make the design process simple. She's going to tell us a little bit more about Decor Mentor, but first I've asked her to really share some of the design trends that she saw at High Point Market in October. High Point is the largest furnishings industry trade show in the world, and she spotted some really great things, some looks and some behaviors she's going to tell us about. So why don't you go ahead and give us that overview, Lisa?
Sure. There were three distinct looks that I saw that jumped out at me and three distinct behavior changes that I haven't really noticed before. So I want to share those with your viewers.
Great. Thank you.
So first of all, with the looks, a big one is this new trend called Barbie Glam. It's lots of glitz, lots of glam, sparkles, sequins, gold. So you're going to see that translated into things like sequins, but also metals changing from the stainless to, say, an antique gold or a satin gold finish.
Beautiful.
Another one that's a little bit more architectural is a trend that we call perforations. And when I talk about that, people's eyes kind of glaze over. And what it really is more cutouts out of materials. So cutouts out of metals, cutouts out of fabrics. And so a way that you could bring that into your own home is even just in a pillow that you might already have, you could lay a fabric with cutouts over top of it just to infuse a little bit of that trend into your space. And the third thing that I'm really excited to see is a return to medium wood tones and also grains that you can actually see through the stain a lot more. And so these are easily mixable with current wood tones that people would have in their own homes. And also what's happening is like a wood, for example, like an oak that you might typically see cut one way. They're doing it in a new way. It's called a quarter sawn oak. So you get a totally different grain and a whole new look.
Would you say that you're seeing more wood grain in general versus a solid painted finish or just solid even metal? Or?
Well, I think if we just look at wood tones in and of itself, they typically don't show a lot of grain currently. The stains are dark and the woods, the way that the types that are used and the way that they're cut don't have a lot of grain shown to begin with. And then the dark color of stains over top of them really don't show the beauty of the wood. But what we're seeing now is they're changing types of woods that have more grain. These new woods are cut in different ways to show a different look in the grain. And then with the lighter stain on them, it gives a fresh new look.
Well, I think that's there's some beautiful woods in Australia that I know that they really love that natural look. I bet they'll be seeing quite a bit of that. It's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, well, things are happening a lot faster. It used to take 6 months to a year to see these new trends. As professionals, we'd see something until it got into the retail stores. But you're going to see in Australia these things in the next couple months, maybe even by January.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about the behaviors.
Yeah, this is my favorite part because honestly, we all, we don't need a lot of new things. I think we need to improve the quality of our life. And so I was excited to see a new trend that I'm calling quality of life. And one of the things that I saw was a really great company at High Point called Pandora. And they've developed a Hungarian sleep system that's comprised of 5 pillows that when covered with great linens, they're very decorative. But what they do is they improve sleep, and with improved sleep, getting more REM, people have been proven to lose weight. It decreases depression. It decreases health problems.
Absolutely.
It's really exciting. And what I'm seeing, Denise, is that people used to brag about only getting 4 hours sleep a night. That used to be something to brag about. And what I'm seeing now is that people are bragging about their quality of life and their quality of sleep. And I'm loving seeing this shift in the mindset.
Oh, that is so refreshing. I'm so glad that it's being um, designed into our life almost. You know, that it's being encouraged through design.
Well, the one thing that's interesting is everybody's talking about diet and exercise, and there's a whole business machine around diet and exercise, but nobody is talking about sleep up until now. It's so important and probably actually has better results to the quality of our life than diet and exercise, actually. The other one that I'm seeing is what I'm calling taking bolder risks. So making bolder choices. I think people are more confident in their decisions and they're less likely to follow trends than they used to before. So I'm excited about this because it means people are going to have more individualized spaces as opposed to cookie cutter, you know, spaces that look like a magazine and don't really reflect their own lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love if I can just to share with you and your viewers my magic formula.
Perfect.
I can, yes. So my formula for design is 70% classic choices. So that typically means large upholstery pieces, large investment pieces. Then 20% of my design picks for a space are what I call bolder choices. 5% are what I call signature elements. So for me, I like to have really great embellished pillows. That would be my 5% signature. And then the final 5% is what I call a surprise element or something that takes you completely out of your comfort zone. And it's that 5% that really makes a space special and interesting and creates a little bit of tension.
Love it. One thing we have a Harley Davidson under a birdcage chandelier in our room here. So I have to maybe show a picture of that. People just the Harley itself it matches our house. Actually, I know it sounds crazy, but it actually looks really nice. It's perfectly clean and beautiful, and we get more people that walk in and say, and then they get it because it fits so well.
Well, it obviously is a reflection of who you are, and
Yeah.
that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
The other one I'm seeing is what I'm calling beauty on the inside and out. And years gone by, I would see that clients would really only care about what a piece of furniture would look like on the outside. They really wouldn't care what it would look like on the inside. As a designer, I've always designed the insides of my furniture pieces, but I'm seeing at market off the shelf, ready made goods where you open up doors, open up drawers. It's high gloss, colorful lacquer, great textures like linen, so that there's a beautiful experience the whole way through. And really, you know, people are investing in pieces that just aren't beautiful on the outside anymore.
Great. Kind of like a beautiful coat with a silk lining, like a.
Absolutely. That's a really great example. Dolce & Gabbana is a great designer that does like a black on the outside, for example, and you open it up and it's a silk leopard print inside. So it's a nice surprise, and we're seeing that a lot in furniture back in October, and we'll see more of it in April, I'm sure.
Good.
So those are my top 3 looks and top 3 changes of behaviors that I saw at High Point Market in October.
Well, that is very, very interesting. I'm very glad to see the behaviors being incorporated in. So tell us a little bit about the Decor Mentor community and how we can use it to, with our design goals. I'm sure people are kind of, maybe not at the moment thinking about designing, but it's kind of in the back of their mind, some projects they want to go forward with in the new year. How would they use Decor Mentor?
Well, Decor Mentor wanted to be a little different than what's out there already. A few key things is there's lots of inspiration out there on the web, and we wanted to have educational content more than inspiration because people tend to get very overwhelmed with inspiration. Mm-hmm. So we're offering educational content and insight into the process of design. And we're doing that via top designers across the world. We have Wrightson Stewart in Australia, who's one of our mentors. And we go all the way to Florida with Lisa Kahn and also Michelle Jennings Weave in Florida. So we're covering the country with top reputable designers they're sharing with us their spaces, their tricks, and so you can see the process of how they work. And for consumers, it's great for them to pick up on things they might implement on their own. If people can afford to hire an interior designer, it's a really great way for them to be able to see who they'd actually want to work with.
Well, that's incredible, Lisa. I hope that you're able to do more of that in 2012, and that the year brings all you're hoping for. And I really appreciate you spending some time with us. I know you're very busy with design every day, and we're looking forward to seeing more from you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.